The story begins with a group of old high school friends who reunite for a fun weekend on the sea. Amy and her husband James have brought their little daughter Sarah along. Another couple, Jack and Lauren, are with them too. The trip was planned by Dan, who has brought his young and beautiful girlfriend Michelle. Dan proudly says that this luxurious yacht is his, and he is trying very hard to impress his old friends. As soon as they board, Amy looks restless. She is very afraid of water. This fear comes from a bad childhood memory. She had seen her father drowning. That is why she wears a life jacket throughout the entire trip. Everyone jumps into the water and starts swimming, leaving Amy on the yacht. Dan jokingly picks Amy up in his arms and jumps into the sea with her. Amy screams out of fear, but no one notices one important thing. They forgot to lower the yacht's ladder. When they try to climb back onto the yacht, they realize that the 10-foot high side is very smooth. Climbing is impossible. No matter how much they try, they cannot reach the deck. Everyone starts struggling in the water and panics because there is nothing to push against with their feet. Every attempt fails. Amy, who was already afraid of water, is in an even worse condition. She is barely staying afloat with the help of her husband James, but this cannot last long. If they do not get back on the yacht, only death awaits them here. Michelle starts shivering from staying in the cold water too long. Dan tries to comfort her. Then he sees an inflatable dolphin floating and gets an idea. He places the dolphin under himself and tries to climb, but it is very unstable. Every time he climbs halfway and falls. After many attempts, not only does he fail, but the dolphin also bursts. Soon, Dan sees the yacht's flag waving in the wind. When the wind stops, the flag hangs down. He jumps with full strength toward the flag, trying to grab it like a rope. It is difficult, but after many attempts, he catches one corner of the flag. Just as he starts pulling himself up, the flag tears. Everyone's heart breaks. They have to think of another plan. Amy is feeling a little better now, but just as the group is making the next plan, Michelle suddenly feels something moving under the water. From her panic, everyone starts looking. Dan quickly dives underwater to check. The good thing is that there is nothing, but staying trapped in the water for so long, everyone is exhausted. Michelle's condition is worse because the dolphin had already burst. She starts drinking water and cannot hold on much longer. In desperation, she keeps her eyes on Amy's life jacket. She swims behind Amy and pushes her underwater. James sees it and rushes to stop her. He pulls Amy up just in time. Michelle quickly apologizes that she had no choice. She was not a good swimmer and her limit had been reached. Seeing Michelle's weakness, no one accuses her much. Lauren even tries to calm her and helps her swim with whatever little strength is left. As the condition worsens, everyone starts blaming Dan. They scold him for his carelessness, that he forgot to lower the ladder. They get even angrier that he threw Amy, who was not a good swimmer, into the water. Now there is no one on the yacht to help. Even worse, baby Sarah is sleeping alone in the cabin. Dan's stupidity has put everyone in danger. Hearing their complaints, Dan has nothing to say. He quietly swims away, avoiding their anger. To save strength, the group finds two small rings at the front of the yacht, and holding them, they barely keep themselves afloat. No one knows how much time passes when Amy hears a phone ringing nearby. Everyone immediately gets excited. They swim around the yacht searching for the sound and quickly find it. Jack's clothes are hanging on the railing and his phone is in the pocket. To get it, Jack takes a deep breath and goes underwater. With a strong push, he grabs the clothes. Putting his hand in the pocket, he takes out the phone. They think now they can call for help, but there is no signal on the phone and it is not connecting. Michelle panics and tries to snatch the phone, due to which the phone gets even more wet. Now the phone is completely ruined. Jack's face turns red with anger. In anger, he throws the phone into the sea. The little hope that had arisen disappears immediately. Michelle curses loudly, saying that if she had taken it herself, this would not have happened. Just as they are about to break, a yacht appears far away. They immediately start shouting for help and waving their hands. But the people on that yacht do not understand anything wrong. They think it is a friendly greeting and wave back and move ahead. With this, their last hope also breaks. Losing chances to escape again and again increases their pain even more. Soon Dan gets another idea. He says everyone take off their remaining clothes and join them to make a rope. Perhaps we can climb with that. The group has no better plan, so they agree. There are not many clothes, but they join quite a few. They throw the maid rope onto the deck. After many attempts, finally it gets stuck in the railing. Jack, being the strongest, starts climbing. He places every step carefully, afraid that the rope might tear. Soon, one of his hands reaches the edge of the deck, but just as he is about to climb up, the rope tears, and he falls straight into the water. Failure, even after reaching so close. Everyone becomes disappointed, but they cannot do anything. James does not want to just wait and die. He swims around the yacht to see if there is any other way. Then, going underwater, he checks the bottom part of the yacht, but even after so much effort, nothing is found. And worse, his knife slips from his hand and sinks. James quickly dives to get it, but chasing the knife exhausts a lot of his strength. When he catches the knife, he has drunk water, and he needs to come up quickly. In panic, his head hits the hard surface of the yacht. From the strong collision, his head splits. James becomes unconscious from the pain. His condition is now very serious. This scary situation scares everyone even more. Jack goes to the side of the yacht with the knife. He drives the knife hard, trying to climb using it as a hold. But the yacht owner Dan does not let this happen. He does not want his yacht to get damaged, so he goes to stop Jack. Both are emotional and angry. While fighting for the knife, Dan accidentally stabs Jack with the knife. Because of staying in the water longer, the bleeding from the wound does not stop. Jack writhes helplessly in the water. He does not want to die bleeding like this. The water around him turns red. Michelle gets scared that blood will attract sharks. She starts swimming away, but not being a good swimmer, this was a wrong decision. Soon, her strength ends, and she drowns in the water. Jack's condition is also not good. Staying in the water longer makes the wound even worse, and he has lost a lot of blood. His life is in danger. Seeing friends die one by one, James goes mad. In anger, he keeps punching Dan, shouting that everything is his fault. Dan had brought them on this trip without thinking about safety, and now, people are dying. At that time, Dan also regrets his carelessness a lot. Now the condition has become so bad that he tells the truth. It turns out that the yacht was not his at all. Dan was just the caretaker of the yacht. He had taken the yacht out without permission while his boss was away, just for one day to show off as rich and impress friends. He admits that he had stopped Jack earlier because the yacht should not get damaged. He had never thought that things would get so bad. Dan keeps apologizing again and again, but now everyone is in great difficulty. Knowing the truth also does not change anything. As time passes, Jack closes his eyes for the last time. Everyone is completely exhausted. No one has the strength to hold the body. They are forced to leave Jack. He slowly sinks into the sea. James, whose head had hit earlier, is getting worse. Now, the rest cannot help. Lauren does not want to just sit and die. She makes a big decision. She will swim toward the shore, but in the middle of the sea, this is impossible. Amy keeps holding injured James, trying to keep both afloat. Dan remembers that Jack had tried to drive the knife into the yacht. Now, to stay alive, he does not care about the yacht getting damaged, but the knife had already sunk deep into the sea. For the last chance, Dan, wearing swimming goggles, dives to find it. Meanwhile, from the cabin, baby Sarah's crying voice comes. Being a mother, Amy panics even more. Then some drops fall on the water. In a few moments, heavy rain starts. Amy takes James to the front of the yacht so that they can take shelter under the front part from the rain. But James is gone. His injuries have taken his life. Amy, heartbroken, leaves him. She pushes his body and watches it slowly disappear under the water. Meanwhile, Dan does not find the knife anywhere. Stormy waves are making breathing difficult. The good thing is that Amy swims there just in time. She takes off her life jacket and gives it to him. They return to the side of the yacht and, holding the metal ring, barely keep themselves afloat. Lightning flashes, and the flash falls on Dan's goggles, hitting his face with bright light. In that moment, Dan gets an idea, a way to climb the yacht. Dan holds the goggles and starts hitting them against the yacht's side. Soon he takes out one lens. His hand is bleeding, but he is ready to try the last method. Dan swims to the yacht's side and drives the lens hard into the yacht's crack. He holds the lens firmly with both hands and lets Amy climb on his back. But Amy is exhausted from so much struggle, and the strong storm has made it even more difficult. The good thing is that after many desperate attempts, Amy finally touches the rope hanging on the deck. Dan lifts her as much as he can. She pulls herself up. Amy falls on the deck, completely exhausted. She lies down for a little while, then stands up. She goes to the safety latch and lowers the emergency ladder. When she is sure that the ladder is down, she takes a breath of relief. But outside, Dan has still not climbed. The guilt of losing friends and regret for his stupidity is not forgiving him. Amy feels something wrong. She sees that Dan has not come to the cabin. When she returns to the deck, she sees that Dan is slowly swimming away, having decided to end his own life. The shadow of the bad childhood memory returns again, but this time, Amy does not stop. She jumps into the water and swims with full strength toward Dan, trying to save him. The next morning, a fishing boat comes near that seemingly empty yacht. The fishermen hear the baby crying. As soon as they come closer, they find Amy in great shock. She is sitting on the deck, and next to her is Dan's dead body. That's it for today. Hope you enjoyed. Like the video, subscribe to Cinema Recap, hit the bell icon, and let me know your thoughts on the movie in the comments section.